I'm sure you remember it, and you definitely remember it. I was sitting on We're all adults here, come on. You're welcome. But I'm sitting on the couch there, and it's one of those couches where it's like either super comfortable and you're like way too into it, or you're like sliding right off of it, so definitely a bachelor's couch. And then my dad's sitting there, we're watching Good Will Hunting or something, 5 feet apart, and then Kate's in the other room, door closed, watching My Little Pony or something in there. She's like 9, okay? I'm embarrassing Kate. I was supposed to be embarrassing my dad. What am I doing? And we're sitting there, 13, 14 years old, we're watching this movie, and then he turns over to me and he's like very serious. He's like, Jack, I'm never getting married again. And I'm 14. So my natural response was, okay. And then that's 7, 8 years ago. Look where we are now. Progress has been made, ladies and gentlemen. But what I want to talk about is in reference to that quote, the barriers that we put up to love that we have. And there were definitely a lot of barriers 8 years ago. But I think the first barrier broke around 5 years ago when my dad first met Deli here. They were sitting in the 520. Now I know many of us have heard this story, lots of different variations. I'm not going to go super into it because, to be honest, there's been a lot of conflicting information, but basically the summary is, my dad's sitting somewhere at the bar with a friend, and it's always just a friend, not defined friend, whoever it is. He's sitting there with a friend, having a drink, doesn't know what drink, it's just a drink. He's sitting there and he looks across the bar, and all of that information is irrelevant because he sees the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. And so my dad, being my dad, obviously is gonna go walk over there and say hi, which is what he did. Thank God. Now he walks over there and he says hi, they have a great conversation, and then he asks if she wants to come with him there next time. And then she says yes, and one thing led to another, and 4 years later, he's proposing to her in the same place. So as we can see, a lot of growth has been made and a lot of barriers have been broken down, and I think that that's why that quote was very relevant to my dad. And I think that now, because of that, we've been able to witness this strong, pure, and beautiful relationship that we have here. And I think that we can use those exact same 3 words to transition into talking about Deli. Because I think we can all agree that she is strong, pure, and beautiful. So, I learned a lot about Deli over these past 5 years, and honestly, it would take me way too long to explain all the different things that I've learned, not only about their relationship, but about just her. And I think that I can sort of bring it together in talking about the side of Deli that not everybody sees, and I think that it's the most important part of her. It's all of the things behind the principles and the decisions that she makes, and we see this strong, pure, and beautiful woman, but we don't see the back end of all of that. And I think that the 3 words that I could narrow it down to are kind, warm, and generous.
Yeah!
Yes!
And I find that very important, and I have a second quote that very much defines the lesson that we're going to learn from Deli, and that I learned and have taken away. But before I get into that, there is one more thing that I wanted to bring up, and it was a moment that I had with my dad, myself, and Deli, and it also involves a couch. And calm yourselves. Okay. Jeez. So I'm sitting on a chair that we have in our house. I don't know how many of you have been there, but it's those like weird looking like rolly chairs off to the side, and then we have that big couch. My dad's sitting in his usual spot on the couch, which is the corner right in front of the TV, like square in the middle. It's perfect. watching sports. We're sitting there, he's there, 5 feet away, I'm sitting in the chair, couch, chair. Deli walks in and she has all this fun mom energy. And you know when Deli has fun mom energy, something good just happens. So she walks in, all this fun mom energy. And I was like, okay, what's going on? And she's like, I did it. And I have no idea what's going on. But my dad's congratulating her, so I'm going along with the ride. And I'm gradually figuring out that she got her certification to be a life coach. And yes, congratulate her for that. Congratulate her for that. Because that's very important. And I could tell that it was very important to her, and it was a very, very humbling and happy moment. She goes off into her office, and my dad looks at me, and he's like, you know, she's going to be great at that. This is what she loves to do, and I admire her for that. And then goes back to watching his sports. It's the same thing. Same thing over again, except 8 years later, very different context. But yes, so obviously that's going to connect somehow to this quote that I'm going to tell you, which is, today, give yourself permission to be outrageously kind, irrationally warm, and probably generous. I promise it will be a blast. Now, the thing that I learned about Deli is that not only does she give herself permission to do that, and all of the decisions she makes are backed by this, but also that she encourages others to be kind, warm, and generous, and inspires them to do so. So thank you for that. So with that, my first toast here is going to be to love. May all of our barriers flow away, and may we allow ourselves to be inspired by the love that we see here today, and encouraged to be kind, warm, and generous. To Sean and Deli. Well done.